happiness, joy, abundance, and filled with so much faith. Real quick, can you do me a favor, please? If at any time when you're watching this reading, if anything resonates with you, if you're having a good time, or you just like the energy, please do not forget to hit that like button. Please hit share. Please hit subscribe, and please turn that notification bell on to all, so you can always be updated whenever I put another message out there for you guys. And please keep in mind, within watching any of my readings or anything that I post, that you are in understanding and agreement that I am not reliable nor responsible for anyone's actions but my own. So please only take what resonates and leave what does not resonate for whom it resonates for. Remember, he could be a she could be he, our roles could be reversed. Just don't make anything fit that doesn't fit. You don't want to break your beautiful divine puzzle. With that being said, I pray you're all having a beautiful and blessed day wherever you are, whenever you see this. And please keep in mind, whenever your eyes come across this is when you're meant to see it. And it could be talking about past, present, and or future events. It's usually a mixture of the three. But all right, guys. So let's see. We're going to be using the new Clarifying Love Situation Oracle deck. Okay. So, and I'm not sure this is the other one that I got today too, but I'm not sure if this one, I don't know if this one I could use by itself, or if it's like, I'm not really sure. So I might want to try, I think eventually I'm going to end up trying mixing these two together and doing like a double decker. You know what I mean? But these are kind of like, they're kind of similar to each other a little bit. So I think it would be good to mix together. But we're going to try it, we're going to do the other one, so. But anyway, any hoodles. Dang it, what did I just do it? So anyway, yeah, whoever this reading's for, I don't know. Somebody could be confused, alright, or I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to like, shuffle more. But it's saying that either somebody's, I don't know if this is you, or maybe somebody that you're supposed to be in a relationship with, or who this is. Somebody might be in a relationship with somebody only because, hey Jenny, how you doing, honey? It might be just because because of a child, okay? They feel stuck. The only reason why they're there, like they don't want to be there, okay? And is because of a child. It's either that, or I don't know. I'm just gonna get right into it, okay? Because I'm not really sure which way to go. I don't really want to say the one thing if it's not. So I'm just gonna shuffle, and we're gonna find out here. We're gonna find out what's going on here. Somebody could be doing root work on you. I rebuke in the name of Jesus. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit. What does the collective need to know? What do they need to be aware of, please, and thank you. Yeah. In a fog, and then looming. So we have fear, obligation, or guilt makes you stay. Get clarity, okay? And then looming agenda. You have different ideas about love and intimacy. Yeah, okay. So it was that. So somebody, I hope this isn't you, y'all. Is he currently using? Oh, thank you, Jenny. Thank you, honey. What do you call it? Yeah, guys, and if you want this deck too, it's on Amazon too. And that's where I ordered it off of. What do you call it? That's where I get, like, a lot of my, not all of them, but a lot of my decks. But somebody's in a relationship with somebody that they don't want to be in. Their mind could be in a fog. Okay, they feel like there's some sort of like fear or obligation. And the children card, okay, it's either the children card said either there's children involved or somebody's being childish. Okay, so somebody has some sort of a looming agenda. Okay, and they're like in a fog. You have different ideas about love and intimacy, and there's like, it's either somebody that's really childish. This could be either you're in a relationship with somebody right now, and if that's the case, and if you're only there because of a child, or I don't speak on marriages, okay? If you're married, you need to take that up with the Lord. I don't speak on marriages. But if you're like in just like a regular relationship, yeah, you're not supposed to be with that person. Don't. It could even be like because of fear of obligation, or like some sort of guilt, okay, to get you to stay. Do not do that, okay? Get clarity. Come to God. But it's that, or like this could be somebody that you are in a relationship with, okay? They could have been very childish as well. All right, somebody had some sort of looming agenda, and that possibly put you into some sort of fog. Spirit speaks, seek wisdom in prayer, but also have an open dialogue. Yeah, and I was just gonna say, somebody needs to get down on their knees and pray. Okay, um, you'll get the answers through prayer, and make sure you're listening as well for the answers. All right. This could either be like somebody, if you're in a relationship with somebody and like you don't feel like is there, you might, and if you feel just like obligated to be there, or it's like some sort of fear of like the unknown or what's going to happen next. No, just pray about it, and don't stay because of that. Okay. If you're in a marriage, I don't speak on marriages, okay? Let me just be abundantly clear. And if this is not you, this could have been somebody that you were in a relationship with and they're just being extremely childish or whatnot or whatever, okay? Or this could be somebody that maybe that you're supposed to be in a relationship, maybe they're with somebody, and then, you know what I mean? So put the roles where they fit. So I'm just flipping over. I'm not sure if I should take this one or not, but because it is split like this, but then this went like that way, so we're just going to read it anyway. Prickly defenses, okay? Barriers caused by past hurts block you. Be patient. Okay, by past hurts is what's blocking you. So, all right, I feel like you're single. All right, so make sure your heart is open. Confirmation. Make sure your heart is open and do not allow past mistakes. Like, I feel like you were in a relationship with somebody that was very childish at one point. Maybe you were just there because you felt obligated to stay, or whatever the situation is. Okay, do not do that. And maybe you're in fear of like what could happen. Like maybe you're afraid to get into another relationship. Don't do that. All right. Be open and just make sure, like, with the power of prayer, praying to God and asking God for divine connections and divine relationships, meaning friends, coworkers, just, and also if you're wanting to be in a relationship with somebody, for a divine partner. Okay, love blocks. Yeah, dismantle hidden barriers to real intimacy and trust. So yeah, make sure your heart's not blocked. All right. Just pray. Yeah, you need to cleanse your heart chakra. It's due to past hurts, past pains. You know what I mean? If you're constantly worried and thinking about like the past, that's going to be blocking your heart, and also like that's what you're going to be manifesting in. So don't do that. Okay, so just realize, heal from whatever this past person or people have done to you, and let it go. Forgive them, forgive yourself, and let it go. And then what you need to do is manifest in, a partner, and don't be afraid. Don't be blocking your heart. Okay. Don't block your heart. Okay. At all. Be open and willing for love, but don't accept just any kind of love, higher your vibration and stay in, like, what am I trying to say? How am I trying to help me out, Holy Spirit? Don't like take less than what you know what I mean? Don't settle for less. Settle, you know what I'm saying? Don't be settling at all. Like somebody needs to heal their heart chakra and cleanse their heart chakra. Seek spirit, yeah, seek wisdom in prayer, but also have an open dialogue, okay? Somebody needs to come like in prayer and like heal, cleanse your heart chakra, and also be like very come to God with like precisely like what you want, like very accurately, like tell them exactly what you want in a partner, and just in general. Okay, what are you willing to accept and what are you not willing to accept? Okay, not willing to allow, and you're not willing to accept anybody that's going to cheat on you, abuse you, hurt you, walk all over you, crap all over you, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But also, like, you can't be doing that to anybody else either, quite clearly. But you know what I'm saying? But have a conversation with God and be very accurate with what you want. Okay, because you're blocking your heart chakra, and by being stuck in the past and worrying about like past problems and issues, and in fear of, because if you're in fear of the next one doing what the last one did, that's what you're going to manifest. You manifest out of love. Okay, and not out of fear. Okay, whatever you do, just be careful of that. Holy Spirit, divine spirit, what does the collective need to know? What do they need to be aware of, please and thank you? Yeah, poker face. Beware of hidden intentions and underlining motives. Prickly defense. Barriers caused by past hurts block you. Be patient. You're blocking yourself. And you're putting on your hurt. You might not even realize you're hurt. You're so used to putting on like a happy face like for other, like, you know, and acting like that you're everything's fine, everything's great, but it's a facade. You're still hurt inside, and you might not even be aware of this. I don't think you are. I feel like you think because you've been putting on this mask for so long that everything's okay, that, you know what I mean, that you whatever, but you're not. You need to go inward, and you need to really cleanse your heart chakra, and really forgive. I feel like forgive yourself. You need to break down some sort of barriers, and also just be very patient. Be patient with yourself. You need to feel, because I feel like you kind of pushed away, like you kind of like just accepted what somebody did to you, multiple people that have done to you, and like just chalked it up like, oh, it's done, it's all right, no, it's cool, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. No, you're not fine. Okay, and it's not okay what you went through. All right, and it is okay for you to cry about it. It is okay for you. Somebody needs like a let out. You need to, like, you know, let out your emotions that you've been holding in. You've been putting up a barrier, and, like, you know what I mean? But in your mind, you're thinking that everything's good, but it's really, really, really not. And it's going to start bubbling over. All right. So just go. Yeah. You need to let go of that poker face. All right. And put it in that mask, acting like everything's fine. You know what I mean? And go inward. I'm not saying go out and like do whatever. No, just be aware of, and also be aware of anybody else's hidden intentions, okay, and underlining motives as well. But I'm getting like pretty much mainly what this is. Yeah, you've been putting on a show, like, and pretending like a fake smile, you know what I mean, for so long, and telling yourself everything's okay, and that but you haven't really, you know, sat down and maybe had like a really, even if you did like cry a lot, no, like you haven't really felt it and released it and healed from it. Somebody really needs to do a deep healing, deep cleanse, and a deep healing and cleansing of your heart chakra, because you're blocking yourself unintentionally. You don't realize you're doing it. And it's by putting on, you know what I'm saying? And like in the back of your mind, because you haven't fully healed and went through and released those feelings, and you just kind of pushed them into the back journal, okay? You might want to journal, maybe write it down, write a letter to somebody, okay? Either that passed away, or somebody that hurt you, or to even yourself, okay? I'm like, not going to give it to somebody. You can if you want to, but I'm getting like, write a letter and burn it, okay? See that smoke right here, and see how they're writing down? You can journal too, journaling, and actually, but instead of just writing it down, like, for instance, I talk really fast, okay? That's no surprise, right? And I never understood why, and I never thought that I did, until my therapist, you know, actually hit the nail on the head with it, and, you know, explain to me what it was, okay? And it's because I have so many traumatic things that I've gone through, that my brain, I just talk super fast, because I don't exactly, like, you know, I don't want to feel what I went through, or, you know, I just like speak it out like a drive-by, you know what I mean? I just let it out real quick, because this way my brain won't, you know, won't process it, and I just can get whatever I'm saying out. You know what I'm saying? So it's something like that. But like, Holy Spirit, help me deliver this message, like, where they can understand it. I know what I'm trying to tell you, but it's like I'm having trouble trying to explain it to you. Like, so for even like with like the speech thing, so like you're used to just pushing things into the back and just pretending like everything's fine, but it's not. So what you can do is a journal, or write a letter, okay? So whoever hurt you, or maybe if somebody passed away, you can do it, you know, write a letter to them if you didn't get to say goodbye to them, or if it was like a bad, you know, like whatever it was, or if it's to an ex, or whatever the situation is, or if it's even to yourself, you know, or to your younger self, and, you know, to write yourself and say that, like, I forgive, you know, I forgive myself for this, that, and the other, and whatever the situation is, or just write down like the toxic things. Oh, I learned this from Yellow Wolf, actually, from this American, and it actually really, 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 really works. All right, when he went to go see a tarot reader, they told him in American Life, okay, his show that he has, and and it was like the best thing, that like advice, and I've done this and it really works. Write down anything that, like, the people that hurt you, or any toxic or negative energy, or anything that you went through, and then light it on fire, okay? Releasing any of that negative energy, and I'm telling you, you're going to feel, but not only just doing that, but also while you're writing it, you need to feel it as well. And any emotions, don't rush through it. Any emotions that you feel, let it happen. Don't hold it back, okay? Don't hold it back. Somebody needs to do this, and you can either burn it or like what I did when I was. You don't have to burn it. That's the burning part thing is what I learned from that tarot reader Honest American Life. Okay, from on Yellow Show. But when my parents were being dead, okay, I wrote a letter to my mom. I learned that like in rehab, right, years ago. But to write a letter, even to one that passed away, I wrote a letter to my mom and I left it on the things I didn't get to say to her, right, on the windowsill, or you can like put it on a balloon and lift it up to them, okay. But while you're writing, I think I need to redo this, okay. I think this is even coming up for me as well. But instead of like writing through, like rushing through it, even if you did an exercise like this before, I would do it again, okay? And this time, don't rush through it. Don't just write it real quick and sit down and whatever you're feeling, let it happen and let it and release it, okay? And while you're burning it, if you're going to burn it to get rid of the negative energy, as you're burning it, so you're releasing any, let it speak out loud that you are releasing, burning away and releasing any negative energy, and it has no hold or effect over you anymore, okay? And this you can do that with like an ex-lover or friends, people that did you dirty, or any kind of negative energy. But somebody really needs to do that. Somebody also might be writing you a letter to cleanse the air. Mapping the way. Looming agenda. You have different ideas about love and intimacy. It might be through at next, okay? Somebody might be writing you a letter. Mapping the way. Explore love and unearth unexpected treasures. My radio's ringing. I don't know why it's ringing right now. I feel like you're about to be mapping the way, okay? Somebody could be tracking you. Somebody might be trying to write you a letter, okay? And be careful if somebody like reaches to you to clear the air, because when I looked at it and I seen the smoke, I was also thinking somebody might be writing you a letter and might be to clear the air with you. Just be careful of their you know what I mean, what their like intentions are. Just be careful of that. This is going to also mapping the way. This is also with you doing like one of those exercises I told you, okay? But doing something like that, or even just getting in prayer and but like actually cleansing your heart chakra and feeling the emotions that you went through that you thought that you like got over. You didn't though. There's something that hasn't been fully healed, and you've been put on a poker face, acting like it has. When you do this, it's going to help you move forward. Okay, you're going to be moving forward very rapidly. Okay, it's going to help tremendously. Be careful, because somebody could also be trying to reach out to you with some negative motives. All right. Crossing over, bridge the gap between your heart and your hearts with trust. Restraints and test. Trapped in instability, impulsive urges to find steadier ground. Somebody's trying to locate you. They want to reach out to you, and in a controlling power struggle lead to being manipulative. So be mindful. You have somebody that's they want to clear the air with you. It's shady. Don't. No. You already have different. It's just like an ex-lover or ex-friend. I feel like it's an ex-lover. All right. Bridge the gap between your hearts with trust. Okay, absolutely not. There's an ex-lover. You need to be careful about this. Okay, you need to heal from what this ex-lover did. You haven't fully. You're about to there's some sort of test that's here. This person's going to try to control you. Do not allow that to fucking happen. Absolutely not. Okay, so when this person reaches out to you, I would be very mindful. I'll give this person a chance to apologize, but no. You might get something in it that like will help like give you closure, but do not allow this person back into your life. This person's trying to control you, and they want to try to manipulate you. They're going to give you some sort of thing. This is some sort of test that you need to pass. All right, you need to pass this test, but I feel like this is a test that needs to happen. Mercury retrograde is just right around the corner, so you're going to have people. It's probably going to happen sometime in November. So probably in Mercury retrograde time, okay? So be mindful. November 9th, I believe, is the beginning of Mercury retrograde. I believe. I think it's like the 9th to the 20th or something like that. I forget. Either way, just be very, very be careful with this, okay? Because they're going to be trying to come back around to, they might write you a letter possibly to clear the air. Do not, they're watching you, they're tracking you. This is some sort of test that you need to pass. You will be passing, and do not allow this person to control you. But also within this test, okay, there's something here where it's going to help you. Like you need this to happen, okay? And also, like, it's either going to give you some sort of like closure, maybe, or maybe there's something that you push such deep back in the back of your mind, and just like, because when we go through like traumatic things, we tend to block it out and try to, and we don't want to our brains don't want to remember it. We resist it, right? So there could be even something here that when this person reaches out to you, it's going to trigger you, right? And it's going to remind you of something that you have like completely blacked out of your mind that you still need to heal from. Do not freak out on this person. Do not do nothing unrational. Don't do anything reckless, careless, or anything like that. All right. But it is very important. I would just do this, like whatever this person has done to you, it's the next level for sure. Whatever they did to you, you need to just go into some sort of deep meditation and really heal from whatever they did, and try to figure out what this is that your subconscious mind is trying to push. I mean, your mind's trying to push out, okay, that you haven't fully healed from. All right. And when this person does reach out to you, you can allow them to apologize, but do not allow them to get under your skin, to push you over the edge, and do not allow them to manipulate you. Do not allow this person back into your life. That is a no-go. This person is not meant to come back in. This person's still trying to come in to control you. Absolutely not. Flickering passion, feelings come and go, or the chemistry is not there. It's not there. You already know this, okay? They're gonna try. This is a test that it's probably like one of your final tests that you need to go through, okay? The test, yeah, there's no more passion there. And this person wants to come in and test like the waters to see if maybe enough time has gone by. Maybe if they give you some sort of truth or apologize about something, how they can like control you. If they can get like, get you to believe them a little bit. No, because they're really trying to control you. All right. So be careful. And maybe if you feel alone, okay, maybe you feel alone or depressed, do not go down. They might even try to like use something against you. Okay. They're trying to manipulate you. Do not do this. Whatever you do, please, you need to fully cleanse and heal your heart chakra from whatever this person has done. And they want to see if that passion, if that candle is still lit. It's not. They're hoping that it's still flickering. Absolutely not. You need to put that, that flame out completely. Tame in anger, and also please be careful. Don't flip out on them either. All right. Tame your anger. Don't let them provoke you, but feel your feelings. Just don't snap out. Put on a poker face towards them, okay? But but process what they're saying, and then when you're away from this person, then they feel the emotions, okay? Do not allow your anger though to take over you. But while you're doing whatever, whatever you're doing to cleanse your heart chakra and your and to release whatever this is, if any anger comes out, let it out when it's you, when you're writing, if you're doing a writing thing, like writing a letter to yourself or to your ex or whatever, or just writing down the emotions, journalizing, the feelings. If there's anger, let it out right there, but don't be doing nothing stupid. Don't be punching anybody, hurting somebody, or anything like that. If any kind of feelings that surface, make sure you're in a safe place and you can just let it all out, like in a safe environment, but not hurting or harming anybody or yourself. You feel what I'm saying? And taming anger. Don't roar in arguments. Respect can heal wounds. And achievable insight. Embrace practical steps towards clarity, bringing your goals within reach. You have some sort of anger that you've been holding back, Maybe you've been acting like everything is okay. It is okay to feel angry and to be upset, like all that. But it's just, how do you tame your emotions? You know what I mean? Like when to act on it, when not to. Anger is a normal, it is a normal feeling. Okay. And I feel like you've been putting on a show like all this time, like always trying to keep everything together and trying to make it like sure everything's all right. When some things were, yeah, you had every dang on be angry about it. Just know how to control your anger. When you tell this person no, that you don't want to, you don't want nothing to do with them anymore, this person's going to like snap. Okay, they're probably going to snap. Just remove yourself from this person. Keep on the poker face, and then when you go back home or wherever you are, when you're away from this person, let out whatever feelings that you feel. Do not hold it in and do not push it back. Okay, because I feel like that's what you've been doing. You're about to achieve some sort of insight. All right, about what, I don't know, because I'm telling you, this person's going to reach out to you in some way or another, probably around Mercury retrograde. I'm strongly getting, all right. And I'm also getting too, if you do this like journaling or whatever, like if you do an exercise like that, you're going to get some sort of insight too, because especially if you just let it flow, but like not rush it, and you allow these feelings to come out, you're going to be surprised what else comes out that you forgot about and that you haven't suppressed, okay, for so long, that you need to release. And then after having all of this and pushing this person completely, getting rid of this person completely and being completely done with this person, getting whatever closures or passing whatever like test this is that you're going to be passing, all right, then your heart will be open, your heart chakra is going to be open, you'll be able to call in the person that you're supposed to be with, crossing over, bridge the gap between your hearts with trust. Somebody might be passing, man. And trust yourself, okay? Someone's name could be Stormy. Somebody has like a name like Storm, Stormy, Rain, Rainy, like something like a weather. Like, you know what I mean? Something that's like weather. Somebody's name could be Drew. Clouded vision. Yeah, your vision's not cloudy. You already know what the hell's going on here. And also make sure, speak wisdom in prayer. Seek wisdom. I said speak wisdom. Wow. So yeah, exactly. I said speak instead of seek. So not only seek wisdom in prayer, but also speak wisdom. Speak what you know, okay, and what and but also have an open dialogue, okay, and also like just be very accurate and very what do you call it? God, why am I having this trouble speaking? Like, you think that it's Mercury retrograde right now. This has to do with Mercury retrograde. Maybe maybe this is your energy I'm picking up on. Maybe you have trouble explaining yourself, expressing yourself, which is totally fine. Write it out. Enlighten trust. Share your insight, spreading awareness with power of honesty. And this is under the test one. You have a very your vision's not cloud. You're not, because that's on the other side. And then enlighten truth. Share your insights, spreading awareness with the power of honesty. Okay, so this whole reading is centered off of this card right here. So like I said, you need to heal something from inside that you have been pushing off and you've been putting a poker face on, that you have been like just not dealing with your with all your problems. And I feel like you think you have, but you didn't. There's other things that you haven't, that you just pushed off and like accepted it. Oh, that's okay, it's fine, it's over with. I'm getting the energy of it's okay, I'm fine, when it's not. Okay, but your vision is very clear, you know what it is, but you also need to heal, do some sort of exercise to heal from the inner wounds. And also this person, and stay honest with this person when they come in, when they reach out to you to try to test it, the test to see if they can rekindle this flame with you. Say hell to the no, stay away from this person, right? And it's also going to spread some sort of awareness with power. Also in your prayers, make sure you are praying in authority and power, knowing your strength and your power, okay, as well. But yeah, I feel like there's some sort of power, and you have like in an anger, not in like in a like a because you've been pushing that all, like, I don't want to, how do I say this without like the people twisting what I'm saying? or the wrong person hearing it and taking it out of context and doing something stupid. Healing, healing mirage. See through illusions. You're going to. See, is underneath this controlling one. You're going to see through this. This person's going to try to get in, and they're going to try and manipulate you. They're going to try to control you. You're going to see right through this. Be very blunt and honest, and like, to this person that you're done. You want nothing to do with them. That passion is not there. That light is completely out. And see through illusions, because you see through these illusions, and navigate dangers and find solace in therapies, guidance. Like I was just saying, I'm just like telling you, like the things, like therapeutic things to do, like what they did to you. So there's something that you've been pushing out that you either don't know about or you forgot. I think you do know, but you pushed it away, that this person has did, that like it was something really bad that you just been holding down. All right. And when this person reaches out to you, it's going to help you like remember and realize like that was not okay what they did to you, and you have to heal from it. All right. And you can also do this hopefully before this person tries to reach out to you by doing your own like therapeutic, like I explained to you, like the healing, But you're going to see through this. Look, this person's trying to navigate their way. They're trying to put you in some sort of dangerous ass company. Don't do that. Absolutely not. Do not allow this person back in. And because they envy you. Look, envy's turmoil, obsessed hearts, jealous minds brew a storm of unyielding chaos. This is an ex-lover that's envious. They're jealous. They have rage in them, okay? And this person has anger issues that they need to fucking tame, all right? Well, so this person's done a lot of chaotic stuff towards you, and they're trying to bring that back into you. Do not allow that to happen. You need to heal from this, okay? And you feel like you did, but you really, really didn't. There's like something still that needs to be healed, okay? And it's going to be very therapeutic for you, and you're going to also be able to help other people that are going through similar situations as this. But this person has major envy towards you, okay? And he wants to cause, whoever this is wants to cause chaos in your life. They want to control you. They want to try to come in and paint some sort of mirage here. You know what I'm saying? To make it look like it's one thing when it's another. Confirmation. And then spirit speaks. Listen to your spirit too, okay? Seek wisdom in prayer, but also have an open dialogue. This person's like not happy the fact that you got away, and they can't control you. And so when this person reaches out to you, if it's not in a letter, if you run into this, I'm strongly getting this is why I'm having such trouble speaking, okay? And it's because Mercury retrograde. That's when it's going to happen. It's going to happen in November sometime. All right, this person's going to reach out to you, or with the mapping, they're trying to locate you, okay? They probably already know where you are. They're like, they're going to try and run into you or reach out to you, okay? So if they run into you, make sure you're honest, okay? Do not allow this person, make sure you're try to get around other people, because I don't trust this person at all. And just do not argue with them, okay? Whatever you do, don't let it go back and forth. All right, but if they want to, but I feel like because what's going to happen is this person's going to try an in-person type of thing, which it might be because they're mapping the way. Okay, I'm sure because I feel like they're trying to locate you. They're trying to, they are locating you. So, but they could possibly either be writing a letter. But if it's in person, just stay very calm. Cover yourself with the blood of Jesus, all right? And also just allow them to, without getting angry or whatever, allow them to speak whatever lies they want to, because it's going to be lies. They're going to tell you a little bit of truth to try to manipulate their way in. But when they see that you're not having it, just be very honest, blunt, with them, and honest about it, and stand in your ground and your power, okay? But without arguing, okay? Respect yourself to not go down to their level, all right? And if they start to get unhinged or whatever, just walk away. Call the cops if you have to. You know what I mean? But hopefully, if anything, I pray that if this is an in-person meeting of any kind, I pray that it's somewhere's in Walmart or something, or somewhere where there's a lot of people around and they're on camera, so they won't be that stupid to do something. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? But you are protected. So this is around Mercury retrograde. So yeah, I feel like in November this is about to take place for you. And remember, be careful with people coming in Mercury retrograde, okay? Are you learning the test? Are you passing? You know what I mean? It's for you to find out if there's going to be problems with communication. That's why I'm having a hard time explaining this to you. And also with like technology, also with running into people from your past, you know, to see if you learned that lesson. So anybody that's coming in during Mercury or retrograde, you don't. That's not somebody that's for you to pass a test. Okay, it's literally a test, and it's to see have you learned that lesson. People, places, and things. Addictions can come back. Okay, anything like that. Like somebody might want to come up and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Prickly defense. Barriers caused by past hurts block you. Be patient, okay? Also, yeah, and because of what this person's done to you in the past, and you feel like you might think that you've healed from it, but you didn't. You have to do a deep, you know what I mean? You need to release this person, know and heal completely from what they did. You need to do some sort of like therapeutic exercise, like I explained to you, something like that, okay? And you'll be surprised what comes up, all right? Especially if you do it, like if you take your time doing it and like it just flows, and then you're gonna hidden things that your mind has suppressed will come back, and you're like, oh wow, Misty was right. You're like, you know, and then you can just burn it and release it, get rid of it, or whatever you want to do, but make sure you really sit through it and you feel, instead of, you know, don't just write it real quick and rush through it. Actually sit and like whatever emotions come up, let it happen, whether it's anger, you know, sadness, you know, hurt, whatever it is, let it fully come out. And like, I'm just seeing like a heart like crying and bleeding, but like them being remended and healed. And then open your heart and understand that this person was a test for you. They weren't meant to be in your life. And once you pass this test, which you've already passed by releasing this person, but when you're completely done, but also fully heal your heart and realize that that was only a test and you learned from it and you passed it, and it's never going to come back again, because you're not going to allow that to come back into your life. Okay, you're not at that same energy as you were when that person was in your life. Your vibration's higher and you've healed from it, so now you'll be manifesting in true people, divine relationships. You know what I mean? Whether it's a relationship or whatever. Divine union. Look, see, this is something that has to be done before divine union. It's like it's your past person. If this is a twin flame, this is your false flame you have to deal with. You have to get rid of that. And there's something under, because especially with a twin flame, all right, when it comes to a true twin flame, the false flame puts you through the most, okay? And there's so much pain and agony and betrayal that happens there with them alone, let alone everybody else. But there's more than just the false flame, all right? So like there's a lot of stuff that this person's done to you that you have, you know, just pushed away and became normalized to you, where like it was just like whatever, you know what I mean? You need to heal from that so you can have your divine, especially if it's a twin flame. It doesn't have to be a twin flame, but if it is a twin flame, and that's like your last little, you know, test before this comes in, because now we have divine union after you say no to this weirdo, okay? Then divine union, and heal yourself too. Divine union, use the wings of empathy to bring love and harmony. And absolutely, because you have to heal this part where you thought you healed it, so this could happen, because that pain that you've been holding up and the expectations of what that person in the past has done to you can't come into this union. So you need to release and let it go, okay? And this is like a last test before your divine union. Between the lines, uncover the truth carefully and write your own ending. I'm telling you, there's something about writing. You pick your ending. You know what I mean? You're not allowing this person to control you and trying to control your life. No. And okay, there's another thing too. The poker face, like I was saying, like writing down your feelings and what you've been through. Write that all out, burn that, and then write your new story. What do you want? And like in prayer, or you can literally write it and give it to God and be very precise. What do you want in a person? What is your perfect man or woman? And come to God with it. Write it and write it. Write it with a blue pen. I want somebody that treats me like this, you know what I mean? This, that, and the other. Somebody that's loyal, somebody that loves me, that truly loves me, that's not going to betray me, not going to cheat on me, not going to beat me, not going to hurt me, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. You are writing your love story, pretty much. Somebody could be a writer. Somebody needs to start journaling. I feel like there's somebody who watches my channel who like never journals. You need to start doing that. You'll be surprised. I need to take my own advice, but but honestly, start journaling, start writing, and look between the lines. Okay, that's another thing. Look between the lines, okay, because like the silver lining, you went through all of this to pass this test. You're going to go through it just to have your happily ever after, like to have your, it's like a fairy tale ending, you know, like a fairy tale story, you know, like Cinderella and stuff, went through hell and high waters, then got the man of her dreams. You know what I'm saying? And then like where you go back and like you don't even think about the past, okay? But there has to be, you have to heal from what this foolish person did to you, okay? And how they treated you because they were so bad to you that it became normalized to you, where you thought you were fine, you thought you were okay because you were able to put up with it. You know what I mean? Hard climb. Many issues to deal with or difficult conversations, and that's what you need to also do too. Like don't push away, like, you know what I mean? There's many issues to deal with here, okay? And some of it, like, you don't, it was so painful for you that you didn't want to think about it or talk about it, or, you know, you don't want to remember it, so you just hurry up and push it off. Like, oh no, that didn't happen. Like, no, like maybe even you're asking, like, God, take it this way. Don't let me think of this. Like, please let me, like, get rid of that picture, that image, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Get that memory out of my mind, instead of actually, all right, what happened, and like focusing it, feeling it, releasing it. You know what I mean? Reassembling ruin. From shattered pieces, gather strength to look, exactly. From shattered pieces, gather strength to rebuild what was once broken. When you felt broken, you weren't broken. Like, you're now putting back the pieces together. Look, you're reassembling ruined. Somebody tried to completely ruin you. They're trying to come back. I'm strongly getting this as a false flame. They're trying to come back in to finish the job. They don't like the fact that you're starting to piece yourself back together. But see, once you get this part out too, look, they're going to have to deal, because they're being enlightened with the truth that, hey, whoa, they didn't shatter you. They didn't break you. You're not ruined. You are piecing yourself back together, and you're making this, you know what I mean? You're rebuilding. So this person's like, oh, hell no, we can't be having this, especially if this is a false flame. They know that your true twin flame is going to be coming in, or whoever this is, your divine union is coming in. This person's trying to come back in to see if they can tempt you, see if they can catch you again. You know, hell to the no. All right, pass this test. You're going to pass this test for sure. Stand your fucking ground against this person. Resist what this person's trying to do. Say no, and, you know, give them there, because I'm strongly getting, you're gonna have to run into this person again, or hear from this person again, and it's all the test. My right ear is ringing. And this could be something that you've been like pushing off, like, oh God, please don't let me ever see this person ever again. And I don't know if you're gonna see. I feel like it might be through, like, with all this writing, it might be like a letter. I pray to God it's only a letter for you, and you don't have to actually run into this person. But if you do, you are safe. You are protected. Yeah. And this person's like, damn, and they're mad because they were unable to ruin you. This person completely tried to ruin you. And you were once, what you felt was broken, and now it's being put back together, and you two are piecing each other together. Like, you're going to with the right one, okay? Love blockage, okay? Dismantle hidden barriers to real intimacy and trust, okay? So you're going to reassemble yourself. You're building yourself back together, and just doing some really, really deep down. It could even be childhood wounds too that you have went through, but especially with whatever you did with, like, these people, like exes from your past. Sorry, really heal from it, release it, forgive them, and also forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for whatever roles you played, whether it was like, if you did anything wrong to them, forgive yourself, be honest about it, or if it was you allowing them to treat you the way, because you need to forgive yourself for that, because you allowed whatever they did to you, you allowed it. Honestly, sorry, but it's, we allow those things to happen, or else it wouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And once you get to an understanding of that, and you hear that, and you're very blatant, like, you come to God with your requests, and repent from all your sins and everything, and heal from this, then you're going to have the right person, because you can't come into the relationship with this person with any kind of blockages, any kind of barriers, because you were once hurt. You're still subconsciously, like, you're holding what this other person and other people have done to you in the past, and like you're expecting that to happen again. If you expect that, it's blocking this love, this divine union to come in, because that can't come with you. That baggage can't come with you into this relationship. You see what I'm saying? But you're going to pass this test. You're definitely going to do it. You're going to pass this test, and you're already starting, and you can get a head start on this by, like I said, doing this therapeutic, like any of the therapeutic things, writing a letter, write a letter to your ex, but burn it instead, or just everything that you went through, and journalize it, feel it, and then release it and burn it, or whatever you want to do. Turbulence. Heal unresolved conflicts with kindness, not anger. So when this person tries to come back in that's trying to control you, just, be kind. They kill them with kindness, okay? Stand up for yourself. If it's like, you're in person, seeing this person or whatever, if you end up talking to them or whatever, if somebody calls you like, oh yeah, here, and all of a sudden, like, they're on the phone, whatever it is, because there's something here that's unresolved, okay, that's actually still controlling you, all right? And this healing mirage, okay, you've been putting a mirage on, like, thinking, because this poker face, you've been thinking that everything's okay because you've been telling yourself it's okay, and you just accepted it, and you're, oh, well, it's not here, it's not happening anymore, so it's done, it's over with. No, you still have to feel that, okay, and release it correctly, because that's controlling you. But also, you're gonna have a lot, like, you're gonna be moving forward a lot better when you heal this unresolved issue here in this conflict. But also, if this person reaches out to you, do it in kindness, not anger. Very important. If you have any anger, like if you feel any anger, just hold it in until you get rid of this person, and then let it out. Don't just completely hold it in. Let it out when you're not around this person. Kill them with kindness, and then, so, like, that could be something that maybe you've been dealing with. Maybe that's a problem that you were dealing with before. Maybe you just you held into anger for them. I don't know, but just whatever you do, just do it with kindness, okay? Let them get angry, let them do whatever they're doing, and let the feelings out after you're not around that person. And they just want to put on a mirage that they want to come heal things with you. No, they're really, what they're trying to do is, this ex is trying to really, they're trying to they're very envious of you. They're envious about your healing abilities and powers too, and they're obsessed with you. In a fog, fear, obligation, or guilt makes you stay. Get clarity, and don't allow this person to put fear in you or make you feel obligated. If you don't feel comfortable with the conversation or being around this person, you can leave at any time. Do not make them feel like you feel obligated, like you have to stay in there or whatever, or put any type of fear in you. Absolutely not. You know who you are and your strength and your power, and who's protecting you. All right. So this is all a test for you. It's not, you know what I mean? It's all it is. But if you feel like, if something in you is telling you confirmation, if there's something in you that's telling you to get the fuck out of there, listen to that, because that's the Holy Spirit that's inside of you that's telling you, get the fuck on, step in. But if he's telling you stand your ground, stand your ground. But do everything out of kindness, okay? And this person's going to be like, they're completely in a fog, dude. I'm telling you right now. And turbulence goes like the takeoff. Like, so you're about to, whenever you do this, I'm telling you, things are going to take off like crazy after some crazy ass storm and everything else. This is happening in Mercury retrograde. Hidden thorns. Look beyond the romance to discern true intentions. Yeah. Because they are a hidden fucking thorn. They might look like a pretty rose, but really, like, roses are very prickly and dangerous. You know what I mean? If you grab them by the stem, do not touch this person. Okay, do not touch this person. Thank you, Holy Spirit. All right, so be careful. If things get wild, do not allow them to put their hands on you. Do not touch them, okay? Because of who this person is. They're very negative energy. Do not allow their, you know what I mean? Be careful with who you allow to touch you and who you allow to touch your hair, too. Don't let people touch your hair, okay? But this person is in their shadow, and they are a hidden thorn that's trying to, they might even try to come in with giving you some sort of flowers or whatever. No. Nope. Do not allow this to happen. Frozen heart, be cold as ice to this person, all right? And warmth melts barriers for true connections. So when When you heal, okay, your heart's frozen because of what this person has done. All right, exactly. So, and it's over top of that poker face. So your heart's been hardened and cold because of how cold this person was to you. All right, now you need to be gentle with yourself and gentle with your heart. Let go of whatever this person has done to you. Forgive yourself, give them, and move forward. And now, once you release this person completely, and after you pass this test, you're going to be coming into union with this person. And moonlight unity. Moonlit unity. Use understanding to have greater emotion and balance. When you come into union with this person, make sure you use understanding to have greater emotion and balance, okay? This person is going to be very understanding towards you, all right? But also when this karmic person, this ex-lover, if they're communicating with you, all right, don't get tricked into like a relationship with this person or anything like that. But if they're going to tell you some sort of truths or whatever, but be empathetic towards them, okay? But don't be a sucker. Don't get, you know what I mean? It's a test, okay? So like if don't be cold as always to them, but like don't allow them to like protect your heart when they're around this person, but like still be, don't be like I hope you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, kill him with kindness. Kill him with kindness. It's like really what you need to do. Kill this person with kindness. Beloved wisdom. Love is a choice you make every day, so choose wisely. Exactly over top of this test. Do not choose this past person, because this is the test before your actual person. I don't care if you've been single for so long and you just want to be with somebody and they're acting like they changed. It's a test. You need to completely release this person, heal from them, forgive them, forgive yourself for some underlining that you've been forgetting, that like you haven't completely healed from, and use your wisdom, okay? Do not allow this person to come in. So choose wisely. Do not choose that person. This person's putting on a healing mirage, or if they're pretending like they healed and they're doing better when they're not. They're not. This is a test. Remember that. It's a test. Prickly defense. Barriers caused by past hurts block you. Be patient. And it's this person right here is trying to block you in a fog. Okay, with if fear, obligation, or guilt makes you stay, get clarity. Do not allow them to make you feel guilty, okay, to stay. This person, just be patient. Allow whatever because there's something here that this person's going to say. I'm telling you, it's going to like this person wants to bring you down. This person's going to like really regret whenever this happens. This is meant to happen. It's going to happen. It has to happen in order for you to get some sort of healing, because they're within this conversation or whatever this is, something that like you're going to get some sort of clarity, and also there's going to be like some aha moment or something that they're going to bring up that's going to bring some sort of healing, or it's going to, when my right ear's ringing, it's going to trigger a memory that you have like suppressed or something like that you need to heal from. All right, this person just wants to to bring you down, but just be gentle, do not do anything out of haste or anger or anything. Walk away if you don't feel comfortable. And if you're, if you don't want to be, just don't be angry. Don't allow this person to pull out that anger in you. Don't yell at them. Don't feed into any of that bullcrap when it starts to not go their way. Okay. This person's going to be really ashamed after this, because you're going to dismiss this is a narcissist for sure. You're going to dismantle a narcissist. Okay. Lightning strikes. Dismantle outward ways of being to get a fresh start. And look, so there's about to be some sort of lightning strikes. And like I said, when you release this person, you're going to end up you're going to dismantle the outdated ways being to get a fresh start, and you're going to have this fresh start with this person. Maybe in the past you used to get angry with other people, like with this, maybe this person really brought that anger out of you. Maybe you put your hands on this person. I don't fucking know, but you're going to release that, whatever this is, okay? So you're going to now, you're not going to allow this person to hurt you anymore. That barrier that they were causing, okay, and that's blockages, you're going to understand what this is. You're going to break it down. Lightning's going to strike on it, okay? You're just going to warm up your heart, and you're going to have this new, fresh start with this new person, okay? And you are writing your love story. You are writing your ending, your happy ending. But you just need to release this. You need to release also what this other person has done to you that you have suppressed. And I'm also getting, well, there's a child here. I'm also getting not only what this person has done, but also childhood wounds, okay, that you have, that you have dealt with, that like you pushed off, that you forgot about. So that's why I feel like you need to do a lot of these therapeutic things, like, the journaling, or definitely do it with this ex, because that's what's waiting for this. And also, like, any other problems that you had when you were a child or your whole life, okay, start off with the ex, okay, and then also start doing, because if you do this, the more that you can take care of before this meeting happens, or this conversation, or whatever this is, whatever you take care of before this person comes, you might even be able to make it into where you don't have to meet this person again, or speak to this person again, or get the letter, or whatever the situation is. You know what I mean? You can dismantle it yourself, hopefully, or like at least make the outcome be a lot more, because you'll be a lot more healed then. And this, I feel like I'm strongly getting this whole reason of this conversation or meeting or whatever is because of something that's suppressed, and you might be able to bring it out yourself, you know what I mean, by journaling and by doing one of those, you know what I mean. And you're going to see things happen in lightning speed, okay, as well, with this person, without the ex, with the new person. Silent remnants, okay, and the uncertainty. Love has the power to rebuild trust. And I feel like you had an issue with trusting people because of this other person, and past hurts, right? So now you're also about to build some sort of legacy with this person, your actual person, and now you're going to rebuild silent resentments, okay? Make sure you're also getting rid of any silent resentments, all right? Very important, with that other person. But anyway, love has the power to rebuild trust, and you're also rebuilding the ruins, coming back, because somebody completely tried to ruin you. They've done so much hurt to you that you had like a trusting issue. You had a problem trusting people, obviously, when so many people, probably since you were a child, hurt you, right? So now when you're healing that, and it's also this relationship, this divine union that's going to take place, is you're also going to both be rebuilding and helping each other, like, and you're going to start being able to trust people, because you're not going to be having people like that in your energy anymore. And you're both going to be on, like, you and your divine union are going to be on the same frequency, the same, you know what I mean. Yeah, I hope you know what I'm trying to say. Looming agenda. You have different ideas about love and intimacy, and this goes over here with this weirdo over here. You don't allow that person to try back in, because I feel like this person silently resents you, right? And also they hate you. This person hates you. They have some sort of envious and turmoil against you, right? So don't allow. Make sure you pass this test right here. This is the test card. You're passing this test, and not allowing this person in, and with their looming agendas, okay? Because this person, the way you view love and the way this person views is completely different. This person's not about love. This person's like a narcissist. Fool. They're con artists. Someone's going to be Connor. They're trying to con you, exactly. Say the con, and also outview the cons and the pros. You know what I mean? That person's not for you. If you get back with this person, they haven't changed. Okay, they may have changed a little bit, but they did not. They're going to go right back to what they were doing to you. This person's literally trying to completely ruin you. They're trying to ruin you again. They're mad because you're rebuilding yourself. You're you know what I mean? You're rebuilding your whole life. They want to completely ruin you, and yet you're able to rebuild yourself, and they don't like that. Beyond compare, exactly. It's beyond compare. There is no going back to that, okay? Beyond compare. Don't compare your love to anyone else. It's unique. And this is also coming to this divine union. Exactly what I was saying. You can't bring that baggage into this union. That's why it's so important, that to the point where you might have to meet your ex-lover again, just so you could have this conversation. It's why it's important to take my advice and to do that journaling and that therapy, because if you can get it out of yourself, you probably won't have to meet that other person, your ex, you know what I mean? Because they're only there to trigger it out of you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that relationship is beyond compared. Like you can't beyond, yeah, you can't fix that relationship. All right. And this relationship that you're coming into, it's a divine union. It's nothing like anybody else. All right. So, and you are going to be very loving, trusting, and so you can't take any of that baggage with you to this. Okay. That's why it's so important for you to heal this. And it might have been a while since you've been in a relationship with somebody, and it was because God is preparing you for your divine union. It's going to be your happily ever after. They're not going to walk out on you. They're not going to hurt you. They're not going to abuse you. You're not going to have to worry or think about. This is why you had to be in, you had to be by yourself and to heal from this. Why it's so important. Because you could have pushed others away before also from, you know what I mean? From what others, yeah. There was something that was unjust. You see, it's like the balance in scales. It was in reverse, okay? What this person did to you was completely unjust, and the scales have to be balanced, all right? So that's why, like, with the amount of pain and sorrow and the agony that you went through and the turmoil, everything that you went through with this past person, this new one, all right, because you made it out with the amount of healing you're doing, and really getting deep into, like, past, ever since like a childhood, even childhood wounds. All right, I feel like you are a generational curse breaker as well. So, now like the scales like are going to be balanced, but like since you had like a life of like unbound, like injustice, okay, and so much, especially your love life, you're about to have so much overflow in love where you're gonna feel like you're in a fairy tale, like you're in because you, since it before it was always like hard, like such badness going in your life, and you were giving out such good. Now, like, it wasn't right. So now it's about to, you're going to have so much overflow in love and greatness and like equalness. You know what I mean? Where it's going to just feel like a dream, or like all right. Navigate boundaries with grace. Mastering the art of give and take in harmony. And it's going to be a very equal give and take with this person. Like I was saying, like, you know what I mean? And this other person's not, because this person is completely unjust. They're always going to be like that, okay? And the relationship that you're about to be in is going to be, and make sure you navigate your boundaries with grace with this person, this ex lover. If you end up having to like run into them, which I feel like you're going to if you don't like really search and do a lot of like that hidden, suppressed like memories and pain that you haven't yet, you froze your heart to, if you can get that out, I'm strongly getting, if you can get that out of yourself by your like, either therapy or like, you can do it. I feel like you can do it on your, prayer, and ask God to reveal to you what you have suppressed and what you haven't healed from yet, and journaling, okay, and stuff like that. It can come out, okay. You can get it out yourself. I feel like if not, unfortunately, I feel like you're gonna have to. And I feel like if you can get it out before like having to see this person, I feel like you won't have to see them. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what's gonna happen to like push. You know what I mean? And then in the fog, fear, obligation, or guilt makes you stay. Get clarity. This person's going to try to guilt trip you in, okay? They're going to be very, don't do that. Don't do that. What's the outcome, please? Thank you. Lone path. Needing to take time out or be on your own for a while. That's why you needed to. It's because of this person and everything else. Because you're coming into a divine union. Need to take time out. It says lone path. Need to take time out for or be on your own for a while. That's why you had to do that. And also you need to take time, get outside of Mother Nature as well. Yeah. Strong roots. Pull weeds of resentment so your love can bloom. It's on the fence. Let's read both. And then delicate dawn. From fragile beings, nurture growth and hold on to the promise of hope. So you're about to be pulling out the roots of this, whatever this is. This one says roots on it too. So once you get rid of this person, you're weeding out, like you're pulling out all the weeds, all the negative energy, getting rid of that, especially in that journaling, like I was saying, and doing that, healing your heart, moving forward, and realizing how delicate how delicate you are, okay? And also be very delicate with yourself, okay? And you're going to go from a fragile from very being, because I feel like you were, because everything that you went through. This is why you had to be in that lone path for a while. Okay, why you had to be alone was because you were so broken down by what not only this ex-lover, but so many people since a child has done to you. All right, and you had to, because if you weren't put alone, like to heal yourself and everything else, for God to heal you, you would have been done. It would have been done. You've been through more than most people have. All right, and your path is very unique, and your purpose is very, very unique. And yeah, now you're gonna have like a whole new beginning. Someone's name could be Dawn. A whole new beginning with this new person. Okay, and it's going to be very nurturing, very loving, very honorable. This person's gonna hold on to you and not let you go. This person's gonna is a man or a woman, and that like a man or a woman of their word. They keep their promises. They're not going to, you know what I mean. This ex-lover thinks that you're just giving them the silent treatment right now. They swear them down. They can like persuade their way back in. Do not allow it to happen. Two more for the outcome, please. Thank you. Yeah, also like not only with this ex-lover, there's other things too that you really need to weed out, like during this journey that you kind of like froze in your heart, that like since a childhood too. I feel like childhood wounds as well. Dance of souls. Ooh. Be vulnerable and let your two hearts intertwine. Yeah, this is the outcome is when you're with this your true person. Dance of souls. Be vulnerable. You're going to be very vulnerable towards each other. Let your hearts entwine, because you're coming into union. This person's going to be very delicate, like very gentle with you. Lone path again. Refreshed romance. Cleanse past sorrows. Be charmed anew and embrace the joy of a fling. The outcome is you're going to be with this person. You're not going to allow this other person in. You're going to pull out those. You're going to weed out all the freaking all the way. You're going to weed out all the weeds all the way by its roots, which means if there are no roots there, it cannot come back. You see what I'm saying? I just realized that. Hello. You're getting all those strong roots out. So that confirmation. So this is why you need to heal. This is why that if you don't do this on your own, by journaling and doing really deep therapeutic therapy on yourself, okay, this person's going to have to come in to push it together, to pull it out of you, okay, but you yourself can do it, because you have like another, not even, well, no, we're on October 21st, so you still have like 2 weeks or so, maybe 2 weeks or something like this, where you can do a lot of work on yourself, to hopefully maybe between like 2 to 4 weeks, something like that, before like the possibility of running into this ex-lover. So that's also telling me that's being forced in because your person's coming in soon. What just happened? Hold on, y'all. Whatever, I'm just gonna let that play. And you're about to be swept away with this person, okay? And now that you're getting rid of all these like nasty weeds and everything else by their roots, so that these strong ass roots that kept growing back because this person, you know what I mean? Because of why those inner wounds that you haven't fully healed, that you thought you did, that you suppressed. But now that when you release that, okay, because there was some sort of access point, it was something that you were suppressing. But when you fully get it out by its roots, like completely, they can't come back, right? It'll be completely done, completely dead. Also, you're gonna pass this test, and then you're gonna have this relationship with this person and give this person, like, completely be done with this person. What was this? Yeah, and you did it, and I feel like you're gonna do it alone, okay? Like I feel like you're gonna be able to do this. I feel like you're gonna be able to pull it out yourself, where you don't have to see this person. I pray to God you don't have to see that person or run into that person. One more for the outcome, please, you. Or two, or three. Thank you. Lone path. It came out again. I feel like you're gonna do it. I feel like you're gonna be able to pull it out. Spirit speaks. Seek wisdom in prayer, but have an open dialogue. You're about to have your I feel like you're about to do it on your own. Make sure you are, praying. And looming agenda, you have different ideas about love and intimacy. What the fuck is that for? Cross paths. Okay. Oh shit. And I just threw that and it went to the reverse for cross paths. A mismatch of intentions, clashes, perspectives. A journey misled seeks alignment. So exactly. Okay. So this journey that the relationship that you had with this person was purposely meant so that you can get in alignment to come into union with this divine union. Okay. And you might have to cross paths with that person if you don't do the work yourself. But I really hope you don't. Okay, I really pray you don't have to. I pray you take the, yeah. Yeah. These are kind of cute cards. But yeah, this is going to have my Mercury retrograde. So whoever this reading is for, you got some work to do. Okay. You got a lot of, you might even, and if you've been feeling off lately, if you've been getting like depressed and like just starting thinking about things from the past, stop suppressing it. Maybe if you've been like if that's been happening, if like out of nowhere or like at nighttime and like you just get like a flashback of something and it's like, if you start, if it brings up feelings, don't suppress them feelings. Let it out, okay? Let it out because that's your soul trying to do this because you're getting in alignment with your divine union, and that's your higher self trying to push it out of you to try to heal from this, okay? To get you in alignment. So instead of if you've been pushing away and just trying to ignore it, don't do that, okay? Instead, just sit through it, feel it, release whatever pain or feelings that you're feeling, let it go, and get it in. Even if so, like start journaling then or whatever and start getting into more instead of like trying to forget about it right away and push it away. Just like see what happens, get into a meditative state and see what else comes, and just really, and that would be a really good sign that this is definitely, you might even be thinking it's like an attack, but it's not. It's your soul getting in alignment for this and just pushing out the old, whatever whatever memories that you've been suppressing or that you haven't fully, maybe you healed some, but you haven't fully healed from. You feel what I'm saying? This is definitely a love reading. So I don't do names with the love readings. Stop giving away your power, like right freaking now. Make sure you do that, okay? You could do some self-care. Yeah, you really need to do some sort of, I'm telling you. Trust yourself always. Trust others once they've earned it. Absolutely, okay? For sure, for sure. And don't trust that person, the past person, okay? Hell to the no. And stop giving away your power right now, all right? And don't, so when this person, like, if you end up having to talk into, like, run into this person or talk to this person, do not give them any of your power. I'm telling you, do not feed into the bullshit that they're going to try to do. They're going to try and persuade you at first, but when they see that they're not getting what they want or they're not going to be able to manipulate you, they're going to get angry. They're probably going to explode. They're going to probably, don't feed into it. Don't give them any of your power, okay? Just walk away or whatever, or just kill them with kindness. Just, instead, because this person is definitely a narcissist. So instead of getting nasty and yelling at them, tell them they look nice. Like, well, it's nice seeing you. You look good. I hope you have a good day. God bless. They're going to be like, what the hell? You could use some self-care time, like now. Schedule it, yeah. And I'm strongly getting this is more like inner childhood and like relationships. So make sure you're giving into yourself. Stop giving your power to everybody else and start giving it to yourself. All right. And call your energy and your power back from this person. You're about to weed this person out of your life for good. You got this. Okay. And these messages too. And again, this is whoever this reading's for. It's definitely it's going to happen in Mercury retrograde. If you don't heal this, whatever it is, if you don't find out whatever it is, brain's suppressing, and heal from it and release it by Mercury retrograde, within Mercury retrograde sometime is when you're going to end up, unfortunately, having to run into that person or conversate with that person or whatever it is. But you're going to pass it, okay? And then shortly after that, sometime, I mean, depending on how that goes, and then whatever it triggers and how you release it and you heal it and, move forward, then you're going to end up with this relationship. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, do you have any messages for the collective at this time, please and thank you? And exactly, the music ended, right? Instead of like the next song coming on, it just ended. So that tells me everything right there. The music's done with that person. That's over with. Just do not allow them to trick you back in, because that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to walk away, heal, to come into your divine union. Focus on your priorities. All right, where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. And I'm telling you, the priority that you really need to focus on is is healing. Okay, some deep inner wounds. Okay, your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. Okay, this person also took like maybe some of your confidence away, all right, as well. Definitely had sort of trust issues because of this person. Even if it starts like a little bit at a time, okay, you still have a couple weeks, so you can even do like a little bit at a time, do a little bit of journaling here and there or whatnot, and prayer and stuff. Quiet retreat, yeah. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from the inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. Absolutely. And visualize abundance in all forms. And yeah, in all forms, because you're about to have major abundance in love, okay, as well financially. For all the injustice that you went through, everything's about to be like overflow once you get through this, okay? This is like some sort of awakening that you're going through too. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, helpful, positive, and filled with blessings. That is what you will experience. Do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps you are being divinely guided to take. Constantly working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. Somebody else needs a never mind. Gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude, and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe. Absolutely. And also, when you're feeling these feelings and you're going through this, after you release them and like feel grateful for it, like have the grateful for the experience, even though it's a painful experience, but it helped shape you and build you into the person that you are today. And not only that, it's also leading you to overflow into your divine union, into happiness, abundance, prosperity, major healing. I feel like you're a healer. That's why you went through so much. Okay, because it's meant, if you're somebody it's been hell in high water, over and over again, you had to keep healing from things. It's because you are a healer, and you've had those experiences because you can help other people heal as well. You know what I mean? That's why healers go through so much stuff, and because you're a healer, you heal from it. You know what I mean? And you can heal others for the helping them with the experience that you have gone through. Somebody could be a therapist. Maybe that'd be a good job for somebody. Or a counselor or something. And yeah, with the lightning strikes over top, I'm telling you, let it out like a storm, you know what I mean? When a storm comes out, I'm telling you, get a journal. Maybe that's what I'll do for next month's giveaway. It's like a journal or something, I don't know. For people. Alright, guys, that's all I got for you for now. Until next time, remember, God loves you, so do I. Spread love, not hate, always. And please don't forget to give God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit the utmost love, respect, gratitude, and appreciation for all that they do in our lives. And I still have this deck, too. I didn't use yet. I just bought the other day. But, yeah. Alright, guys. I don't know. Look at that, guys. I'll see you in a little bit. God bless. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Ginger. Thank you, guys. You're welcome, honey. Thank you. Alright, guys. God bless. And have a good day. I'll see you later. Thank you. Thank you.